Welcome back to the channel, guys. So in this video I finally got the Tonsen ARTTOYS Kid Boo here. This is version 3A. This is what their box art looks like. Again, this is Kid Boo made by Tonsen ARTTOYS. So this is the same company that's making the Vegeta head sculpts. They made the Trunks full figure, and then this is their other full figure of Kid Boo. So let's see what this guy looks like coming out of the box. They did a really good job with their box art, I think. I did a previous review with the Trunks figure, and super dope figure. I really liked it. Was super excited about that figure. I'm also excited about this figure because we don't have a Kid Boo in the SH Figuarts collection. So they're calling him Adolescent Malevolence. He also comes with a shipper. Pretty cool. So this is what your figure is going to look like coming out of the box. It has a lot of accessories. Here's some extra hands that fell out of the back. We'll see what those look like. This is a double box. Yeah, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pairs of hands, 7, including the extra one that fell out. We have a energy blast effect, and we'll see what that looks like. We'll see it better once I take it out of the package. So you get the figure, you get a body replacement, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different heads. So super excited about this guy. I've been seeing a lot of pictures, a lot of videos. Highly anticipated figure. So I'm pulling the figure out of the box and looking up close. He looks super dope. A lot of the complaints about Tonsen ARTTOYS figures is like the joints are really tight, and I can already feel it in these shoulders. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lube this guy up before we get started. So well, I'll show how to lube him up in a second. We'll go over all the accessories first. So if this guy can stand, he can stand just like that. So we'll get into him in a second. Let's go over these accessories first. One of the hands always fall. So this is the key blast effect that he comes with. It's just kind of like a black orb. In hand, it looks kind of like dark bluish black, and it just has some simple inserts here. This is what the peg holes look like. Again, it's a lot more of what we are accustomed to. It's kind of like fits to form. So you just plug in these 2 pieces here. Maybe this way, right? Yeah, just like that. Well, this one may go this way to make it even. So this is what the energy effect looks like. And it has a hole here. I'm assuming to plug in a peg. So this is the peg that you're supposed to plug in. The hand is attached to the peg. It doesn't look like the peg comes off. That's pretty interesting, but this is how it plugs in, and then we'll see what this guy looks like holding the orb. This is kind of hard to get in there. So it's in there just like that, and that's cool. And then we'll try this on him later, so I'll put that to the side. So he gets another open palm hand to go with that one. Next we have 2 partially open palms, and those look pretty cool. I'm already liking the detail. Like, the figure's nice and small. I think the pink is accurate, at least for this version. I think the other version comes with like a different color pink, and I'm not too sure exactly. So it also comes with the middle finger for those of you that want to pose him with that middle finger. Then we have some more open palm hands. A lot of the Dragon Ball characters come with this same hand just to get that key blast effect. So that's pretty cool. He actually has 3 of these. One has a peg, and these other 2 are just open palm hands. And then last but not least, minus the fists that he has on, this is kind of his iconic, like, you know, where he's pointing saying like, come here, come get some of this and things like that. So the details look pretty sick, and we'll see what those look like. Well, let's look at these bonus fingers here. And these are more of the same. So they're kind of like pointing, kind of like taunting and things like that. So we'll see what those look like. Next, we have his interchangeable body. I chose this version A because I like that it came with the gold and the black. It matches the SH Figuarts and the other figures, the other Majin Buu figures that we have gotten in our collection, I guess you could say. So I guess this is more anime accurate. So we'll see what this looks like with the body swap. I've seen a bunch of videos showing that it doesn't stand on its own, and it actually does not, but we'll see how that works shortly. And we'll go over these faces. So first we have the yelling face, and that looks sick, man. I'm not even gonna lie. Tonsen ARTTOYS, they've been killing it lately, man. That Trunks was super dope. The other head sculpts that they came out with were super dope, and then the Buu Tanks kit was super dope. So look at the detail in this Kid Buu here. I really like that. Next we have his smirking face. Kid Buu was always like laughing and things like that. Like, he's a kid, but he's like super powerful. So they got the details really good. Next we have the teeth gritting face. I really like this face. I'm probably gonna pose him with this face, possibly, but we'll see what the other faces look like. So that looks pretty good. I have a little loose plastic right there, but that's okay. Next we have his sleepy face. And I think there was one more different face sculpt I think you'll get. I could be wrong, or it was an energy blast effect with version A and B. So this is just the version A accessories and what it comes with. So, and this face right here is another like laughing, smirking face. So finally, we get into the figure. This is the last face, kind of just a straightforward looking face. Looking at the figure up close, I don't see any shading in the figure. The pants are kind of like off-white, but there's no shading there. Then we have the black paint with the gold paint over that, and then his feet are just all brown plastic. The gauntlets, same thing, black paint with gold. And in the back, this is all pretty much his pink plastic, black paint here for his belt, and then this is the off-white plastic. So again, I chose 5A for the gold. I like the gold. The other one was yellow, and I believe the pink was a little bit different. So let's get into some articulation before I oil him up. So let's take this head off first. With the Trunks figure, there was no articulation in the neck. So with this figure, you get a slight left and right action. You can't tilt this neck down, and the neck doesn't tilt up. So with that being said, when you have his head on, it's a little loose, but it's not too bad. It still holds its pose. He can look down that far. He looks up, not too far at all. Side to side tilt is not too bad. You can get a little bit there. Again, that's a little loose. The arms go up. And let's be careful because I have not lubed it up yet. Let's just take this head off for now. So the arms go up about that high. And again, these joints are like super tight. Well, the right one's not too bad, but there's a lot of squeak there. So you know what we're gonna do? Let's just lube him up right now. So I use this Traxxas oil. I showed it in a previous video with the Trunks figure. So all you gotta do with this, because this left arm especially is not getting any kind of anything moving there. So you just dab one drop in there, kind of let that sink in. And then it's probably gonna be a little hard to get to that other peg, but I'll try. So just kind of dab it in there, let it fall. Let's get some on this other side also. But after I dab this in like that, see now you get that rotation, no squeak at all, and that's what we want. Let's see if it helped on this side. Perfect, look at that. Nice and smooth, and that's what we need. So now the butterfly joint is smooth. Look at all that, no squeak, nothing. And I have to get this other peg down here for the 3.0 little setup. it has to touch that peg that's underneath the armpit. There you go. All set and ready to do the rest of this articulation. That way we're not like messing anything up. So the thing is with this Traxxas oil, like I say, you just get a little drip in there, and then when you're done, just wipe it off. So as you can see, we could barely get that shoulder to move. And I've seen this in other videos. You don't really want to force that. At the very least, you'll have like some oil left over and things like that, but at least your figure's going to move around. So we'll work around this excess oil, and then I'll leave a link for this Traxxas oil so nobody else breaks their figure. So moving on to the butterfly joints, he can reach all the way in very far. Again, we get a full 360 range of motion with his arms. We have a bicep swivel. This one's pretty tight, and I can put some oil there later. I really wanted to get the shoulders though. So this does pop off. It's not super easy, but it does pop off. So be careful with his forearm. But the double jointed elbows are kind of like hindered because his gauntlet's a little bit big. So you'll probably get that far with your double jointed elbow bend. And we have ab crunch. Goes about that far. He leans back really, really good, really, really far. So he gets a lot of side to side tilt action. It looks like there's two pegs here and here. And you're not going to get much of a waist swivel. Let's try these splits out here. The splits are pretty tight as well. I can get the left leg up that far. Oh, both legs go up. So you get some splits action there. To the side, you can split about that far forwards and backwards. And this leg setup, let me wipe some more of this oil off, but the leg setup is a little loose, but it's not too bad. We'll take a closer look at how they put these legs together. So there's a lot of whines and gripes about these figures, but the thing is, I don't know, it's just the joints are tight. I mean, you could fix that with the oil, or some people dip their figures in water. I don't do that. I just use the oil. So you get some knee bend about that far. It's not very far at all. And these gauntlets on his legs move at the bottom. So you get some articulation there. Then you get some ankle pivot and then some toe hinge. So it's not too bad. It's a really small figure. There was also whine and gripes about this piece that's sticking out. But I think that if you turn this in and then you move his gauntlet out, you can get rid of that look. So it's nice and smooth on the side. And then you could get him in a pose to where you won't see that sticking out. So he can stand up like that and he won't be having those like pieces sticking out. But then his legs, yeah, his legs still fold the way they should. They're kind of like going out. You don't get really much of a bend anyway. So there probably won't be too many, leg bending poses. So at least we fixed the shoulders. These elbow joints are tight as well, and I could put some oil there, and I probably will in the future, but for the sake of this video, we'll just keep going without putting oil there because it's already a lot of oil. So let's go over these accessories, or what he looks like with these different heads. So it's a really good figure. I would say that I recommend. I got mine from OmniMayStore.com. That's why I'm so late with this review, but OmniMay Store is selling it for about 64 bucks, 69, somewhere around there. And then AliExpress is the one that was sending all theirs out early. So like I said before in my previous videos, I think that I will just start to order off of AliExpress. So this is what his sleepy face looks like. Whoops. And then these heads pop on and off very easily. So this is what the teeth gritting face looks like. And next we have the kind of like smirking face, smirking, smiling. And this one's kind of hard to get in. I'll have to warm this one up, but this is what this one looks like. And it's not bad. And then last but not least, we have the kind of like a, reminds me of a pumpkin or something, but this one makes his head go like, the neck go in his head. It's kind of like turtle shelled up like that. It'd probably be like giggling like that, but it's not a bad look. I like the figure, to be honest. He looks super dope. And I like this face for now, even though it's not going on. So we'll just leave this one on. Now we can see how this this body part works before I get into some height comparisons. So it looks like you just take, so you pull this part out, and that's very easy to pull out. Let me make sure none of that oil gets in that peg hole. I don't want that to happen. But yeah, like I was saying, a lot of the videos that I've seen and whine and gripes that I came across is like, you know, the arm's super tight and all this stuff. And that's fine, but it's a very easy fix. This is what the peg holes look like for this waist part. And that's also a hard little, there you go. So this is what he looks like with his, I don't even know what to call this. If you want to pose him like this, be my guest, but it's just an extra accessory to have, which is pretty cool. It doesn't stand, so you'll have to put it on a flight stick, but I guess it's cool to have. So, and it fits nice and tight. You can swap that out very easily. The figure is not like super loose. It is a little bit loose, but it's not bad. It still holds the poses. So we'll swap out this key blast hand here. This is what the little pegs look like. And again, this gauntlet is also articulated. So when you put this key blast effect on, I always choose the wrong hand. It looks like it's the other hand. But you go ahead and pop this little hand on here. Just like that. You could get him with his key blast effect. So, I mean, obviously these would be on at the same time. Kind of like that. And that looks pretty cool. So, again, super dope figure. I like it. We finally got a Kid Buu in hand. I think this is like super accurate to the anime and manga, even though I don't read the manga, but you could go on Google and see pictures and things like that. I think this is super sick. We could finally get a chance to complete our Majin Buu saga like setup. This is what the back of the butterfly joints look like. When you have his chest fully out, you get all the dots on his chest, but when you bring it in, it makes one disappear. So that's not too bad. We'll see what the comparisons in height is with some other figures right now. And I also will leave a link in the description below for where I got mine from. I got mine from Omnime, and they sent it out super late. But now that it's fully in stock, you won't have to wait. So at least that's a good thing. So here he is next to his other forms. And again, like I said, version A comes with the gold that matches up with the other Majin Buus that came out. Version B came out with the yellow gauntlets. It's kind of like Fat Buu here. But the other Buus have the same gauntlets as Kid Buu. So then the pinks. Kid Buu is a little bit darker than Majin Buu or Evil Buu. And then he's also darker than and then a thick boo here. So I'm not sure what color version B is. I would have to look at that. I only got version A because I like the color of the gauntlets and things like that. So if you feel like this video was helpful, after I show a few more height comparisons, you can hit that like button. Here he is next to Frieza and Cell. I really like this look too. Kind of complete the 3 main villains of Dragon Ball Z, right? That looks pretty cool. And then we could get him next to Goku here, Super Saiyan 2. And next to Majin Vegeta. That matches up very well. Here he is next to Bibbidi or Bobbidi. Not bad. And then just for kicks, next to a legendary Super Saiyan Goku. So if you feel like this video was helpful, go ahead and hit that like button. If you want to keep an eye out for my next videos to come, I'll make a short video of this guy. Stay tuned for that. Until then, thank you for watching.